As of these words hitting the mistress of the blank white page, it is January 20th, 2025. America has officially and undeniably become a fascist empire, with the inauguration of the Antichrist Code and the clear signal from his high-tech false prophet that we have witnessed the gender reveal party of the Fourth Reich. The irony of it also being Martin Luther King Jr. Day is more insult to the injury of the Republic being postmortem. Clearly, I wanted to note the occasion, as in all actuality, I am totally stoked about all of this. While my initiation into political activism circa 2008 and every year thereafter was spent in a desperate attempt to raise awareness of the impending slide towards fascism, the cost of such a life was being outcast and labeled with hosts of superlatives. But as with anything, those who can see far into the distance are often called lazy by those slowly boiling in acclamation, until such time as their prophecies become headlines. Yet such treatment was taken as par for the course in an attempt to rally other Americans to a cause they could not yet see they really needed to be hip to. Being ostracized and outcast from the Cool Kids Club was the least of the sacrifices a patriot could make, if it meant the Republic could be preserved and the internal rot could be prevented. Now, that point has been exceedingly past, and with the death of America, yours truly is relieved, elated, and eagerly excited for the chaos and horror that is to come. Sure, much of the reason why is because with the coronation of the new Supreme Chancellor and the clear and obvious installation by oligarchs of empire, I get to say I fucking told you so, which is satisfying but bittersweet vindication of having been right in the presence of overwhelming ignorance all these years. Yet my excitement isn't entirely rooted in such pettiness. Rather, it is being unequivocally clear as to where we, or I, am on the map in the larger plot of planet Earth. It is the absolute knowing, without wiggle room for speculation to the contrary, that America, as it was presented to us all, is dead. She has no pulse, no defibrillator needed, no CPR to be initiated. Time of death for America will go down in the history books officially as January 20th, 2025. Admittedly, yours truly was a bit brokenhearted about this for a moment, having been in a long-term relationship with the idea of America, seeing her through rose-colored glasses in hopes that one day she would see herself the same. A nation of untapped and unlimited potential that might have taken your species to the stars. But the truth is, you can't make someone or some anthropomorphized thing love itself in order to live up to its potential. You cannot deal with the potential of something. Rather, you must reckon with the reality of it. And America is a cheap slut that let itself get plowed in the back rooms of board meetings with corporate oligarchs, which culminated in the birth of its current dictator and his gang of retards that will gaslight you about not throwing up Nazi gang signs while throwing up Nazi gang signs, with their whole Tesla truck chest, too. Yeah, America fucked around and found out she contracted a corporate chlamydia no amount of bleach will clean. And that is where you are, right in the ooey gooey corpse crotch of a fascist America. As for yours truly, if there is one thing I have learned about floozies, it's that the best way to get over one is to get under another, and I have now accepted America's fate, thrown her my deuces, and am looking forward to the future where soon I'll be fondling the naughty bits of another young republic that ultimately will come to replace the whore that let us all down with her future faking horseshit of lower prices for eggs and the gas to get us to the grocery store. Because just like social media thirst traps, there will always be a younger, sleeker, more badass bitch on the horizon when the current dopamine dominatrices hit the wall and start shopping for kitty cat supplies at the local box store. So best buckle up for the narcissistic collapse of our brand new empire, because the good news is they never last, and the sooner they burn, the better off we will be in building a new republic for our present and future progeny. What's to be done, you ask, as if your humble author, narrator, and fictional character were the embodiment of a metaphysical magic 8-ball. First, strip off any allegiance to the USA Incorporated and flee as fast as you can from her 501c3 sleebach religions peddling you fairy stories of raptures and space carpenters coming to bail you out from this ball. In order to survive, you're going to have to die. Die to your beliefs, die to your identity as an American, die to your hopes and dreams of grabbing the gears of government to veer off the path to the chasm below the collapse to come. It isn't going to happen. You aren't going to find any wholesome heroes that can be sent to the halls in D.C. to reform a single thing. Have your own funeral regarding any titles or obligations to America and abandon allegiance to her customs, her culture, and her care. Like America, let the worms crawl in and the worms crawl out of the corpse of what was and prepare to rise in what will be. Every ambitious architect of a new republic is aware that such a system cannot be enjoyed nor sustained by an immoral, irresponsible, or atheistic people. Freedom, liberty, prosperity with the pursuit of happiness cannot be realized unless a wellspring of metaphysical rebirth transpires en masse. And history hath shown that mankind is not too keen to become spiritual until rock bottom has been achieved. Mankind simply doesn't change if it feels like it doesn't need to, and never looks inward while so much distraction is prevalent outward, which is exactly the function of the current state of scary affairs. To force evolution by bringing humanity to the brink of death. Death by way of tin can spray tan man. Probably the dumbest apocalypse I've ever seen. Thankfully, though, scores of souls are rapidly seeking and finding their fellow free thinkers and spiritual anarchists through technological windows as fast as the flip of a finger. Around the globe, the strange ones, the weirdos, the eccentric outcasts who could never fit into the habitation of their birth are discovering the truth that they are not alone. They are seeing with eyes of three through the illusion of this world seduced them into from conception and creating a tribe that up until now this planet has never seen. And it's in this unfolding gift that yours truly finds hope. Not in a delusional hope that what was can be saved, but in a firm assurance that what is coming is certain and far, far better, but it won't be easy. In light of the old republic being gang raped by oligarchs, those of you with ears to hear and mouths to speak must now do so. Express yourself louder and louder as the days go by into absolute despotism. Do not shrink from controversy or beta test your words before an audience of social media bots before booming them from the rooftop. Find your peace in the stillness of yourself, and study not the things you will say when standing in the face of tyranny, both materially and spiritually. You have been gifted with the power of the Logos within, and that is no small power, I assure you. Use it boldly and add it to the choir of other voices without ceasing. For as we know, the words we use are what reality is made of, so weave them wisely. America is dead now. You can almost hear Loki saying, yes, very sad, anyway, but that is where we are. Anyway. And after that, anyway, is a clear path to learn from our mistakes and begin a journey towards a new republic, a better republic, detached from the possibility of mongrel money men lubing her from behind to make her their bitch. Yes, we can, and we will find our new Lady Liberty over the horizon, all adorned in white. But in the meantime, I think it's abundantly clear that the ones on the way to the wedding better light their wicks because the beast that just revealed its seething, ugly head needs to be burned completely to the ground. Did you touch the tip? I still can't hear you.
Yes, I did. I loved
There,
it.
you touched the tip. I can hear you now.
I love it.